Hello friends, it's Nirmal back again with a new video, and this week we'll be looking at how to grow lotus from a tuber. Recently one of my friends sent me some awesome tubers and I thought I'll share it with you guys how I plant a lotus tuber. Friends, do consider watching the video completely. We'll be discussing how to grow a lotus tuber, and I don't want you to miss out any major points that I share. And also, by watching the video completely, you're helping out the channel. So guys, I did an unboxing video about the tubers and I'll show you guys how my friend packed the tubers and sent it to me. It was a very well packed, and we'll just take a look at that clip and come back. So my friend's name is Tapender and he's from Rajasthan, North India. He was kind enough to send me a couple of lotus tubers and I'm feeling so thankful. It seems that he has put a lot of effort into packing the tubers and making sure it reaches me in a very good condition. So in this situation, we can also discuss how we can send a lotus tuber in a very healthy and proper way to a distant place. You can wrap your lotus tuber in wet tissue paper and then press out extra moisture from it. Then you can cover it with clean film and then you can send it in a box of appropriate size. Pack all the free spaces with newspaper or other packing materials to avoid the tuber being shaky during transport. As you can see, the tubers have reached in a very good condition. The growing tip is the most important part of a tuber and it's totally intact. That's the most important factor you have to keep in mind. So friends, this is the two lotus hybrids that I just received from my friend. I can't wait to see their blooms. By the way guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also press the bell notification so that all my future posts and videos will be notified. You can also choose the all option so that all my notifications will reach you and you'll get an alert. So friends, now we'll discuss on how we can care for a tuber, or what is the necessary steps that you have to take when you receive a lotus tuber through the mail, or if a friend decides to gift you, and later on we'll see how we can plant them. So a healthy lotus tuber should be firm to the touch and should not have any foul smell. The tuber should be very sturdy and the tip of the tuber, which is the active growing spot, should also be intact. It's also a good practice to spray or dip the tuber in fungicide once you receive it through the mail. This will prevent any future infections that could affect the tuber's growth. You can also float your tuber in clean water and place it in a sunny spot so that the tuber will be activated. All the leaf nodes and a slight growth of root will be noticeable within 2-3 days. So friends, I have been floating my lotus tubers for past 2 days or 3 days just to trigger some growth and activate the tuber. Now you can see that the leaves have started sprouting and small initiations of roots also have started coming up. So guys, now we'll take a look at how we can prepare the medium for your lotus tubers to be planted. There are several ways and several methods that growers use, but I'll share how I do it. So this is not the only way to grow lotus, but this is how I do it. So both the cultivars that I have received are medium cultivars, and I have taken a basin of almost 2 feet in dia and 8 inches in height. So friends, I have taken half of the total amount of soil I'm going to use and I have already transferred it into the basin. Now what we are going to do is we are going to add a cup of cow dung, dried cow dung. In your case, you can use any manure that is available. I'm also adding a cup of vermicompost. You can also add normal compost, or you can even add a cup of bone meal into this. And now we have to give it a thorough mix. Lotus or most aquatic plants are very vigorous growers and they do require a lot of nitrogen to accomplish this amount of growth. So enriching your bottom soil with a lot of organic matter helps aid this growth. So now we'll be transferring the other half of the soil we have collected for this project as the topsoil. What this does is it prevents all the organic matter that we just added to the bottom layer from floating to the top when we add water. There is a myth that lotus and most aquatic plants require clay to grow, but that's not true. I have just collected normal garden soil here, and there is almost 3 to 4 inches of soil in the basin now. Make sure to compact the soil back, preventing any air gaps, and leave at least 2 to 3 inches of free space for water to fill in the top. It's time to add water, and what I'm going to do is place a pan or any other container in the center and point my hose into the container so that the water will not turn or completely disturb the soil that we have prepared. So guys, I have filled up the basin to the level of the soil we added, and this will moisten the soil and also let all the air escape from the medium. So now it's time to remove the pan or container we kept in the center, and we can plant our tuber. Generally, there are two accepted ways of growing lotus tubers. One such way is to plant it in the center of the container, as I am showing you right now. This is a totally acceptable and awesome way of growing them, but what I usually prefer is to grow them on the side. By the way guys, I would totally recommend you guys to use hand gloves or a garden gloves for such activity. I am not very comfortable using them, that's why I'm using my bare hands, and I'm also used to this. Now I have planted my tuber to the side. What happens is the tuber will grow in a circular motion as I'm showing. So in the earlier method where you centrally place the tuber, there is a good chance that the growing tip goes and hits the sides of the container, and that can hinder the growth of the tuber. Friends, I decided to fill the basin with water since the growth is already reaching the rim or top of the basin. In your case, you can totally regulate the amount of water you add to the basin depending on the amount of growth you get from the tuber. In the subsequent weeks, you can expect the coin leaf, floating leaves, and even standing leaves, and within 2 months' time, you can even expect blooms. Friends, I have an Instagram account which is a sister account to this particular channel, and I would urge you guys to check it out. The link is in the description below. If you have any more doubts regarding the plants I share here, you can ask me there. So guys, that was it for this week's video. Hope it was entertaining and informative for you guys. I'll be coming back with more plans as well as DIY videos for the next week. Until next time, stay blessed, and it's Nirmal signing off.